Hey everybody, and welcome back to our Farmcon 22 coverage. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Pumps and Hoses pack. This is a third-party DLC from Creative Mesh. These are the guys that brought us the Straw Harvest add-on pack in Farm Sim 17 for PC and in Farm Sim 19 for all platforms. For Farm Sim 22, they are back with something completely different. That is the Pumps and Hoses pack. This is going to bring two players an entirely new gameplay mechanic, and that is the use of a drag line for the purpose of applying slurry. Pump it up and upgrade your farming operation with umbilical systems, manure separation, and configurable biogas plants. A huge variety of machines, tools, and buildings extend the infrastructure of manure distribution and resource storages on your farm. That is how the DLC purchase page starts out by describing this. More than 30 items are included in this DLC. So what are you going to be able to do with this? Well, the description says, implement umbilical systems on your farm by attaching draggable hoses in different lengths and ultralight drag hose injectors instead of heavy manure tanks to your tractor, and protect your soil and fertilize your fields at the same time. With the convenience and high capacities of mobile pumping units like pump wagons and pump trailers stationed nearby, combine hoses, if needed, that span hundreds of meters to cover your fields for efficient fertilization. And don't forget to improve pumping conditions with additional water tanks and compressors. This pack also includes the ability to separate liquid and solid manure. Liquid manure separators allow you to separate liquid and solid fractions of manure for a more versatile application of your resources. Multiple stationary and mobile separators are available. Choose if you want to use dry fraction of manure for animal bedding on your farm, or sell it for a profit, or fertilize it with your fields. Just like you would with its liquid counterpart. Make more of your manure. Now, in addition to that, biogas plants can be configured in various ways according to your needs. Various modules can be dynamically placed around and attached to the root facility of your biogas plant to customize it. You decide where to build reception areas, fermentation tanks, gas holders, power plants to produce electricity, and other components in various sizes, including a gas torch to burn excess gas of your high-performing biogas plant. So we get kind of like the build your own BGA concept with the Pumps and Hoses pack. So with that, let's jump to the Farmcon presentation by Creative Mesh and see what is all included and how it works in-game with a little bit of a demo. Now, the description on the website says that there are 30 components that are included. Right now we only know of 14. There are 4 pumps. The PU100, we know from the website, has a working width of 300 meters. Basically means it should be able to pump fluid about 300 meters. Going to require 160 horsepower. We have the PU300, 1,000 meter capacity working with 2,800 liter capacity and 200 horsepower. We have the PW121. All right, that's going to be 1,500 meter pumping capacity, 12,200 storage capacity, and again 200 horsepower requirement. And then we have the JC450, 49,000 liter capacity, 700 meter pumping distance, and again a required horsepower rating of 200 meters. Now we know a little bit about the pumps. We have at least 3 different ways of hauling our hoses around. The top H240 is a 3-point hitch connected hose reel. The DH240 is hydraulic. It also attaches via 3-point, but you can see that it has 2 specific reels to hold conceivably double the amount of hose. And then the FTH230 is designed to be attached to the front of the tractor, and again with a reel of hose. Now we need to talk about injecting the slurry into the soil. So what we have here is the SP8040SS and the HS5100. This is a combination of equipment that is used together. The HS5100 attaches to the tractor, and then it also has a trailed arm that you can see pictured here that attaches to the hose that is then pulled along. The SP8040SS is the actual injector that is attached to the HS5100. I'm going to leave links to the manufacturer's website down in the description below, and then specific links to all of this type of equipment, because if you're like me, this is all kind of new. It's a new concept that we're going to have to figure out and all learn together. We have 3 more applicators, the SP1230, the SP12260, and the BS900. So the BS900 has a 100 horsepower requirement and a 9 meter working width. Both the SP12260 and SP1230 have a 12 meter working width. The 1230 has a 70 horsepower requirement, whereas the 12260 has an 80 horsepower requirement. As I said, this is all new to me, but the AC115 is a 3-point hitch connected air compressor. We have a water pump up there in the upper right corner. We can buy additional hoses that we can see down the lower left. And then we have a hand tool that we need to use specifically to connect the hoses together. Now let's take a look at it in game. So his demo starts out on Elm Creek. He's got a full slurry tanker here, 21,000 liters. He's pulling it up to the JC450 slurry tank. Now, this has a pump attached, and it has a storage capacity of 49,000 liters and a listed working width of 700 meters. So I would say that is the distance that this could reliably pump slurry. We also have a water pump here, and he's going to basically activate the pump, and that is then going to fill and probably mix with the slurry water. I assume to dilute it to make it a bit easier to just pump and inject it overall. We've got to get into our tractor. This particular tractor also has the AC115 air compressor attached to the front. Remember, the air compressor has a 136 horsepower requirement. The tank on the back, the tank and the pump on the back, has a 200 horsepower requirement. Now, here we have the tractor. This one has the FTH 230 front reel, and you can see the hose that is going to be connected to the reel. And then we have the SP840 attached to the back of the tractor. So he's going to basically disconnect the reel, and now the reel is unwinding. He's going to be reversing and basically unwinding the reel. And this animation is really cool. It comes off the reel flat. You can see how it is going back and forth, just like it would in real life as it unreels. And then when he gets to the end of the reel, you're going to see that it's just going to drop off. And there's actually a second hose underneath this hose. He doesn't unreel the second hose, but in theory, you could reel up multiple hoses depending on the hose length. And this hose is rather long. I mean, this must be a really, really thin hose. So here we can see we're right there at the end. And it is now unraveled, and boom, it's off. So he's going to now unfold the actual applicator and then connect the hose that he just unrolled to the applicator. And since this is slurry, you can see the F1 menu. It does say activate double application rate, so we do have that capability. There was a question asked if this is going to work with precision farming. This is, in essence, slurry application. So yeah, this should work just fine with precision farming. see the connector arm there is extended. He's going to back it up to the hose, and he gets a connect. Left shift Q to connect, and now the hose is connected to that guideline. And what he's realized is he forgot to connect the orange hose up here where he first started unwrapping it. So he's got to get his hand tool out, and then he's going to basically connect the two hoses together, which is then going to allow him to apply slurry out in the field. So he's got his hand tool out. It says attach umbilical hose. Boom, there they are. And now he's ready to work. He's going to get himself lined up here. Lower the implement, and when you lower the implement, it's actually going to swing that metal bar to the middle so it's out of the way. Really neat how this all works together. There you can see it swing. And now as he is basically applying slurry, he's just demonstrating how it swings out of the way there. I think he forgot to turn the pump on. Okay, there you go. Now he's turned the pump on. We can see that it is pumping slurry. And now he can start applying the slurry to the field. And he's going to turn around, and you can see the hose. You're just going to be able to see that kind of drag out behind him as he goes up and down the field. So there it is. It's just dragging. And in theory, if you needed more hose, well, then you could disconnect from the applicator, unroll another whole roll of hose, connect that hose to this one, connect the other end of that new hose to the applicator, and continue on. Really cool concept. The reason they do this, as the description said, is because driving with a full slurry tank on the field, that's a tractor weight, that's the slurry tanker weight, and slurry is heavy, right? Liquids are heavy. So that is a whole lot of weight that is on the field. This is a less weight. You still have the tractor, but you could have a smaller tractor because you're not pulling that much weight. And as a result, you're putting less compaction on your soil, and less compaction is always better. That, guys, is overall the demo that we saw at Farmcon. We read the description on the pumps and hoses purchase page on the Giants website. Now, this is not included with the year one season pass. I know some people might be frustrated with that, but hey, we knew exactly what was included with the year one season pass for those that purchased it. We knew it included 4 things. We knew Antonio Carrillo was 1. The recently announced and released Kubota pack was 2. We've already had announced the Vermeer pack, which is 3. And before the Vermeer pack was announced, we knew the Platinum expansion, which is Silver Run Forest, the Volvo equipment, and a bunch of other new forestry stuff, was pack 4. So we already know 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is the entirety of the year one season pass. Pumps and Hoses is a third-party DLC. What that means is it's not Giants producing this. Creative Mesh, an independent entity, is creating this DLC, and through an agreement with Giants, is allowed to basically sell this product to the players. And since it's available to console players, that has to go through Giants as the manufacturer. So if you are interested in pre-ordering this pack, you can find a link down in the description below. It is an affiliate link. I do get a little bit of kickback on that. If you don't want to give me the kickback, that's cool. Just buy it straight from the website. Don't put my partner code in there. Overall, what we've seen today, I think the price is a little steep. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a little steep. But the description says it includes, I repeat, over 30 items from Dutch manufacturers, German steel and storage specialists, and biogas technology manufacturers, as well as a new introduction of gameplay. So over 30 things are coming with this DLC, and we have seen in today's presentation just 14 of them. Less than half of what is included with this DLC has been shown to us to this point. So let me know, guys, what you think down in the description below with respect to pumps and hoses. Give the video a like button if you think it deserves that. And you know what? Why not go ahead and hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, happy farming.